Next up, you remember Future Fit? Now the big word is platform. Beyond animal, build upstream and downstream synergies with media and local partnerships. And I wonder if it's not the blueprint for the future global transition platforms. I give you Sagar.
I'm Sagar Tandon, partner at Beyond Impact. And I'm actually flying from Helsinki, from all the places. It's very difficult to imagine that I'm flying from Helsinki. I'm a 90-day Fin technically invited by City of Helsinki last year. So rather than starting with the fund directly, I'll give a little bit of a story about myself, how I actually came into building Beyond Impact at this point as a partner with Claire Smith, who started the fund. I used to call myself a reluctant capitalist because I was an activist also before. Then I turned into a conscious capitalist, seeing that capitalism can actually fix some problems if you look at that more carefully, like reimagining the capitalism, that's how we see that. So 12 years ago, I started my impact investing journey. Initially, I started with microfinance, with Exion. I spent some time with Grey Matters Capital, building a company, and then later joining them to set up a small fund within this family office foundation of more than 400 million in assets. And they were doing pure impact investing in emerging markets, where we are investing in education, financial inclusion, moreover globally. Then I moved to Indonesia, out of all places, also to set up another impact fund, which was backed by Austrian government, DFAT. But there was, in 2018, there was a bit of an itch in my head that I want to do something for the climate. And I want to marry the climate and impact investing, what I was doing. But I just didn't want to do energy transition. So I started looking at something that very few people were talking about, consumption and production transition. And that's where I met Claire Smith. And she was building this fund called Beyond Impact, focusing on accelerating this transition to kinder, cleaner, healthier world. And we started building that. And I started working with her more on an ad hoc basis. We invested in close to 23 companies globally. We mobilized close to $1 billion in these consumption production transition. And in 2022, I formally joined Claire to launch this fund, a global fund again. And from that, we have made close to 11 investments. So this is what we have done as of now. We are also more of an impact asset platform. As Emmanuel was saying, that we are a global platform. We have asset firm. We also have a venture capital fund. Then what are we investing in? If you see that, how we define is as we're investing in carbon negative, nature positive solutions with a very specific lens that we apply. We call it animal-free lens. And if we apply that animal-free lens, it might lead to decarbonization, reduction greenhouse emissions across the spectrum. And the kind of solutions we invest in applied biotech, life sciences, bioeconomy solutions. And if you look at the specific sector themes that we look at nutrition. When we look at nutrition, we look at human nutrition, pet nutrition, ingredients, pharmaceutical. And pharmaceutical is very important to look at. We look at animal testing alternatives, these human organoids. We look at personal care space, where there are a lot of materials also which goes into, and we also look at biomaterials. And now we are in the third phase of launching a third fund. We are focusing on Nordics, Benelux, and there are several reasons to that, but 3 very important reasons. We feel there are very high PhD per capita, trust as an infrastructure which is existing in the society, and most importantly, there is a holy quadrity. So sovereign wealth funds, government, corporates, innovators, and consumers are asking for these solutions. And the opportunity is very much now. We are in this phase where I would say this is the best time to invest in, because we are in cyclically low valuations. There is a huge industrial shift which is happening. Sometimes we feel that these food companies and these big conglomerates are not moving. They are actually wanting to move, so they are looking for alternative. And the most important piece why they are moving is because of the supply chain disruption. When I say supply chain disruption, it's very important to look at these avian flu, swine flu, and this is causing a lot of supply chain disruption and volatility that some of the companies like Grupo Bimbo, Thai Union Ventures don't like. And we have invested in a company called Algama, which is actually a French company which is doing egg replacer at an industrial shift level. So they're working with these big companies to change their ingredients into a more greener ingredient. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sagar. I try to be subtle and get closer as the time goes by. Any questions for Beyond Impact? Yes? Any questions? Yes? What is? I'm sorry, the microphone is getting closer to you.
Yes, what is your geographic focus?
So we invest in globally at this point. We are a developed market-focused fund, specifically because we invest in these applied biotech companies. So these are research-based innovations that we invest. We don't invest at the seed stage. We generally try to invest at pre-A, Series A, and like to lead the round. So mostly developed markets. Most of our investments are in Europe, close to 55% of it.
Another question. Yes? Can you rewind on the slide, the previous one or the one before?
Oh, this one, sorry.
Okay, that was an easy question. Another question. Yes? Thank you.
In our existing fund, most of them are mission-aligned families. We have a number of families from Greece, which are having a family office in Switzerland. We have few families from Norway. Also, that's another reason that we are looking at Nordics Benelux as well.
A question from our selection committee, perhaps? Yes? They have a mic, thank you.
I would imagine you're quite successful with corporates because of this value proposition. You have to help them with the supply chain resilience. Maybe any comments on this?
We don't have any corporate as LPs as of now, and we are actively talking to a lot of them which we have co-invested with, specifically the Korean and Japanese ones, which have a very specific interest in this industrial shift. So yes, we are trying to engage them as much as we can, specifically on co-investment.
Thank you so much. Thank you.